Logan Paul wasn't just another Vine kid. He was a runaway rocket, blasting into internet fame with a work ethic so insane it bordered on self-destruction, pumping out over 500 daily vlogs, and forging a fan base that treated him like a rising legend. Love him or hate him, his momentum felt unstoppable, until one video from a quiet forest in Japan snapped his entire world in half. That infamous vlog didn't just go viral, it detonated, sending shockwaves through YouTube, brands, and millions of fans who watched in disbelief as one of the internet's most relentless creators went from untouchable to unbelievably exposed.
Fucking sick little fucking freak. Do you know that? Do you know how empty you are inside? You've shown your true colours to everyone now, bitch. It is over for you.
I think that it was a completely disgusting thing to do. That the lack of humanity that was shown in that video is astounding.
Now, I always knew that Logan Paul was a jackass, so I wasn't really surprised by the fact that once Logan Paul found a dead body, that he acted like a jackass.
And in a moment that would become a painfully familiar pattern throughout his career, Logan delivered yet another one of his trademark apologies, the kind so polished, so rehearsed, that fans couldn't tell whether they were watching remorse or damage control in its purest.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
That was the day the world finally saw past the jokes and realized who Logan truly was. A reckless, view-hungry man-child so obsessed with clout that no boundary, moral line, or ounce of self-awareness could slow him down. And even as he tried to rebuild his image with WWE storylines, a headline-grabbing fight with Floyd Mayweather, and the explosive success of Prime, his own arrogance kept dragging him back into the mud. From admitting involvement in multi-million-dollar scams to dodging accountability with a smirk, his greed became impossible to hide, poisoning every attempt at reinvention. Now, whenever Logan loses, in the ring, online, or in the public eye, the world doesn't sympathize. They pull up a chair, grab popcorn, and watch the spectacle unfold like it's the season finale of a show they've been waiting years to see crash.
Parent came into my doctor's office. I would not recommend that their child drink this for lunch.
Prime's fucking everywhere. KSI and him are shoving it down your goddamn throat, and you better like it because it is the top quality, tip-top shit. And, you know, they're killing it. They're smoking Gatorade, they're smoking Element, they're smoking Liquid IV. Like, who's who in the game, bro? It's just Prime, is what they want you to think, and is what they very, very strongly portray in their videos.
Even his family isn't spared anymore. Every scandal he creates sends shockwaves straight to their doorstep, turning the Paul name itself into collateral damage for his never-ending chaos.
I need penis inside of me. ASAP.
This is because she's a whore. She's fucked over 100 guys. She's fucking like... Okay, so you've probably been around her in New York. She's been around everybody.
It makes you wonder how someone like Logan Paul, a guy who has everything most people fantasize about, can still be missing the one thing money, fame, and connections can't buy: genuine support from anyone who isn't cashing a paycheck off his name. Because every time he steps in front of the camera with yet another apology, trying to convince the world he's learned, grown, evolved, it only exposes the truth he can't outrun. Beneath the brand deals, the hype, the headlines, and the billion-dollar products, Logan Paul hasn't changed at all. He just learned how to disguise the same old mistakes behind a more expensive mask.
Should have never posted the video. I should have put the cameras down. There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't.
As always, Logan only apologizes when he's cornered, exposed, and scrambling to glue his reputation back together. This is Louise reporting live from Lou Extras, and today we're breaking down how Logan Paul didn't just destroy his reputation once. He built it, shattered it, rebuilt it again, and then managed to burn the whole thing down a second time. Because believe it or not, there was a moment when Logan wasn't just a clout-addicted chaos magnet. He was actually shaping YouTube culture in real time. At the peak of his vlog era, every single day was a high-voltage circus of stunts, noise, adrenaline, and cameras shoved in his face from sunrise to midnight, all fueled by the belief that tomorrow's vlog always had to be bigger, louder, and more insane than the last, no matter the cost.
Good morning, Logan. What's poppin'? Mark my words, this could be the biggest day of 2017. That's not a joke!
For example, Logan once dumped 3,000 pounds of dry ice into a swimming pool, instantly turning it into a billowing, toxic smoke chamber that looked less like a prank and more like the opening scene of a disaster movie.
Okay, so things are calming down. I'm still alive. Yet another epic day on Logan Paul Vlogs. Yo, I'm just 3,000 pounds of dry ice. Who's doing it? Who's doing it, guys? Nobody!
In another vlog, he literally made it snow in Los Angeles, hauling in 60,000 pounds of artificial snow to bury his entire yard and transform it into a surreal winter freak show that made his neighborhood look like a movie set gone off the rails.
Yo, this is crazy. Judy!
Oh my god.
Honestly, vlogging's dope, but this is my new job.
The very next day, he doubled down on the madness by carving an igloo out of that fake snow and filming himself actually living inside it, turning his backyard into a full-blown Arctic survival episode in the middle of Los Angeles.
Yo, despite my messy-ass garage, this is actually working. Yo, that's my boy! Oh, man. Yo, I hope this doesn't fall. I feel like it's fine. This is actually spacious, dog. How you feeling, bro?
Pretty comfy.
Oh, it's actually, look, there's a lot of space. Like, we got a bunch of headroom. We got, oh my, Brandon, this is nice.
Logan Paul, you've done it again.
Yo, Brandon, do me the honors.
Shut the door.
Shut the door. Bye, Brandon. It's official, bro.
Why'd you put the wine in the wrong way?
And finally, in what might still be the most unhinged vlog of his entire career, Logan filmed himself having a full-on kissing contest with a monkey. A moment so bizarre, it felt like the internet officially crossed into another dimension. During this era, Logan's entire persona was a loud, chaotic hurricane. The kind of attention-grabbing, over-the-top character people love to hate. Yet even his biggest critics had to admit one thing. The guy worked like a machine. His daily vlog grind stretched past 500 episodes and pulled in over 10 million diehard fans. The infamous Logan Squad. And back then, Logan was seen as the less problematic Paul brother, the calmer counterweight to Jake's constant controversies. But everything changed in late 2017 when a trip he had carefully planned spiraled into something far darker than he ever anticipated. Logan launched a series called Tokyo Adventures, dragging his crew across Japan for what was supposed to be fun, lighthearted chaos, until one episode crossed a line that would permanently reshape how the entire world viewed him.
Hello, everybody. I'm just a blonde white boy from Ohio, here to cause trouble in your country. Hey, yo, good morning, Logan. What's up?
The first two episodes felt like classic Logan, loud, chaotic, and buzzing with that same hyperactive energy he'd built his empire on. But no one realized how sharply the tone was about to shift.
We're in Shibuya. I got my squid leg. I got a fish. Hey, guys, you want some fish? Okay. You almost hit him in the face with that. I would never purposely hit someone in the face with the fish.
But even those episodes felt too tame for Logan, who was desperate for something bigger. Something that would make the series explode far beyond his usual chaos. Chasing what he thought would be content gold, he pushed past every limit in Part 3. Wearing that now infamous neon hat, Logan led his crew deep into Japan's Aokigahara Forest, a place known worldwide as the Suicide Forest, expecting a spooky, haunted adventure for views. Instead, he crossed a line so severe, it would haunt his career forever.
So we're in Tokyo, Japan, right? I figured this was the perfect time to do it because if you look to my right, Logang, I give you the Aokigahara. Ooh. No, don't make fun of it, Brandon. This is a big deal. Why? Because this forest is also known as the Sea of Trees, also known as the Japanese forest. This is not a fucking joke. Okay, so no, dead serious though. When we rolled up here,
Don't say dead.
Dude, you can't say dead at a forest.
They even planned to camp in the forest overnight, turning a place of tragedy into their next outrageous adventure, completely unaware of how catastrophically it would backfire.
Allegedly, this place is haunted. Well, I hope not, because we're spending the night there. That's our canopy tent. We also brought a bunch of stuff, sleeping and camping, and a football to have fun. We got a binoculars so we can see the ghost. Hey, ghost.
But the moment they stepped off the main path and deeper into the forest, the entire tone shifted, fast, as the adventure twisted into something far darker than any of them were prepared for.
This is it. We're officially stepping off the trail into the forest. Got 24-hour overnight challenge. Who's doing it?
As they drifted deeper into the woods, the group suddenly froze. They had stumbled upon the body of a man hanging from a rope, turning their reckless adventure into a horrifying moment that none of them could joke their way out of.
Hey, I really hate to say this. I think there's someone hanging right there. I'm not even fucking kidding. Do you see it? I'm not even, this isn't a fucking joke, guys. That's a fucking person. I've never seen a dead person.
You haven't?
No, bro.
But
Instead of stepping back in shock or showing even a shred of respect, they pointed the cameras straight at the man's body and kept filming, treating a fresh corpse not as a tragedy, but as content.
Yo, what the actually? Yo, are you alive? You with us? So, okay, a lot of things going through my mind. This is a first for me. It's definitely a first for me. This literally probably just happened. Yes, Sushi, you call the police?
In the third episode of his Tokyo Adventure series, Logan Paul crossed a line no YouTuber had ever dared to touch. He filmed a dead body in Aokigahara and uploaded it to YouTube, blurring only the face for an audience made up mostly of kids. Viewers later noticed how suspiciously accidental the group's off-path detour looked, almost as if they were hoping to stumble upon something shocking. And then it happened. The wildest moment came when Logan, still walking through the forest, looked into the camera and said, "This was supposed to be a happy vlog. I can't believe this," as if he hadn't turned a tragedy into content minutes earlier. And what made it even worse, after pretending to be emotional, barely 5 minutes later he broke character and started cracking jokes, proving to the entire world that empathy was never part of the plan. Only the footage was.
The craziest part about this, the parking lot is right there, dude.
Yeah.
It's literally right there. Like, guys, we're 100 yards away from the parking lot.
I don't feel very good.
Yeah, I don't feel good. What, you never stand next to a dead guy?
No.
Logan had always chased shock value, constantly trying to do things no one on YouTube had ever attempted. And with this incident, he definitely succeeded, just in the worst way imaginable. Yet instead of stepping back or showing any genuine remorse, the very next day he continued the Tokyo Adventure series by uploading a vlog where he wandered the streets of Tokyo dressed as Pikachu, tossing Pokeballs at strangers as if nothing had happened, turning the city into his playground while the world was still reeling from what he had posted.
You'll never catch them all. Boss, watch this. Ah! Gotcha, bitch. He's gonna catch you. Okay, get him. Honey, get him. Oh, you've been caught. Charizard? Wait, is that? I'm gonna catch you. I choose you.
He crossed the entire Tokyo Adventure series. Logan Paul blatantly disrespected Japan's culture, traditions, and basic societal norms, turning every moment into a chaotic joke for his audience. But when people outside his fan base finally saw what he was doing, the damage to his reputation was instant and irreversible. I mean, who walks into one of the most sensitive places on Earth, a suicide forest, wearing a bright Toy Story alien hat like it's some kind of theme park? Only someone who lives off attention the way other people need oxygen.
I never thought I'd be saying this on a video, but the kid has went into a forest in Japan because it's known for it's took a camera crew in there with him. Lo and behold, forest finds a fucking dead body. Now at this point, when you do that, obviously, you and I, regular fucking people, say, shit, dead body here, this is a serious moment in my life, I found a dead body. Put everything down, turn the cameras off, don't put any of the footage out, you go back, tell someone about it, then probably go back to your hotel room and feel freaked out for the rest of the day. But no, didn't take that approach. The little fucker films everything, films the dead body, because that's why he went in there in the first place, man. He was hoping to fucking find this. He was happy, because that is his bingo moment. Yes, We got one. You know what I mean? Because why else are you fucking going in there and filming? You wanted to find a dead body. That was the moment. You fucking sick little fucking freak.
And honestly, the backlash was deserved. The entire internet tore him apart. While a handful of his young fans tried to defend him, most people were simply stunned, asking how Logan could possibly believe uploading something so disturbing was a good idea in the first place. At that point, with the world watching and the outrage exploding by the minute, there was only one move left for him: apologize.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. So what we came across that day in the woods was obviously unplanned, and the reactions you saw on tape were raw, they were unfiltered. None of us knew how to react or how to feel. I should have never posted the video. I should have put the cameras down. There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. I want to apologize to the internet. I want to apologize to anyone who's seen the video. I want to apologize to anyone who has been affected or touched by mental illness.
2 days after releasing part 3 of the Tokyo Adventure series, Logan uploaded a video titled "So Sorry," which has now surpassed 60 million views. But the reaction was far uglier than he ever expected. Instead of sounding remorseful, he came across cold and mechanical, delivering a scripted, emotionless performance with no tears, no vulnerability, and not even a flicker of genuine guilt. To millions watching, it didn't look like a man apologizing for exploiting a tragedy. It looked like a YouTuber terrified of losing his empire, more upset about being caught than about the life he had disrespected.
With my content is always to entertain, to push the boundaries, to be all-inclusive. In the world I live in, I share almost everything I do. The intent is never to be heartless, cruel, or malicious.
Logan insisted he didn't do it for views, claiming he only wanted to push boundaries. A laughable excuse considering his entire channel was engineered around virality, shock value, and constant one-upping himself. Instead of softening the blow, his apology only ripped the wound open wider, turning public anger into something far more permanent and destructive. In chasing his next piece of content gold, Logan didn't just obliterate his own credibility. He dragged others down with him, including his editor, whose career and mental health were wrecked by being tied to one of the most infamous decisions in YouTube history.
Here's the thing that I don't think, again, many people realize. So you publicly got destroyed online when all of that went down. But you had the privilege of, since you're a very valuable person to a lot of people stayed with you. For me, a humble little editor like me, who hasn't really got that much value in staying friends, I lost everything.
At the time, everyone knew the truth. Logan Paul wasn't sorry for what he had done. He was only sorry that the world had seen it. And the worst part, he wasn't alone in the blame. His entire team had countless chances to stop the disaster. The cameraman could have lowered the camera. The editor could have refused to cut the footage. His managers, agents, or lawyers could have begged him not to upload it. Even YouTube themselves could have prevented the fallout by refusing to promote it. Yet they let it sit on the trending page, climbing higher and higher until it detonated in his face. Every single person involved chose profit over basic human decency. His audience, his peers, and the internet agreed on one thing: Logan Paul wasn't going to change, and they were right. Just a month later, in a moment when he should have been on his best behavior, he posted a vlog where he tased 2 dead rats and tried to perform CPR on a live koi fish, turning a situation that demanded humility into a circus of disrespect. That final stunt was the breaking point, and YouTube responded by temporarily demonetizing his entire channel, proving that even the platform had limits to how far his chaos.
Logan Paul, who is 22, is known for his high-energy videos. He has more than 15 million YouTube subscribers, and he is YouTube's 5th highest-paid star, reportedly earning more than $12 million last year. So he made a lot of money for YouTube. He made a lot of money for himself. They've taken action, but is it enough?
Creators like Jacksepticeye and DanTDM publicly applauded YouTube for finally punishing Logan Paul, but what they didn't realize was that the fallout wouldn't stop with him. Logan's decision didn't just stain his own brand, It triggered a platform-wide shockwave that would come to be known as the Impaulsive. Before the scandal, his vlogs were considered relatively safe for advertisers, but once the controversy erupted, major companies suddenly woke up to the terrifying reality. Their ads were being slapped onto unpredictable, unregulated creators who could blow up their brand in a single upload. Logan's recklessness didn't just get him punished, it changed YouTube forever.
So this weird situation is where we're at when a few weeks ago, some inflammatory articles are posted about how major brands are being advertised on top of very vile YouTube videos. A bunch of advertisers fearing backlash removed their ads entirely from YouTube, and during this period, every YouTuber saw a decrease in revenue. Also, Google's valuation dropped by like $750 million in a day. How big?
Not only Logan's scandal didn't just expose the dangerous extremes creators were willing to push for views, it reignited outrage from another major incident that had happened only 2 months earlier. In late 2017, PewDiePie, one of the biggest creators on the planet, was live streaming PUBG when he lost his temper after missing a few shots and blurted out the hard R on stream, sending shockwaves through the community and giving advertisers yet another reason to panic.
What a fucking jeez, oh my god, what the Sorry, but what the fuck?
All the negative headlines piling up forced YouTube to slam down stricter monetization rules, gutting creators' revenue overnight and leaving the entire community angry, confused, and scrambling to survive. Logan Paul's greed didn't just blow up his own career, it cost the entire platform. At that point, not only had the audience lost every ounce of respect for him, but even creators who previously didn't care about Logan suddenly had a very real reason to resent him. A mistake this catastrophic isn't something the internet forgets easily, but Logan did what he always does. He tried to outrun it, and shockingly, for a while it worked. His strategy was simple: bury the scandal under something even louder. And luck was on his side, because 2018 marked the birth of YouTuber boxing. After KSI defeated Joe Weller, he stood in the ring, grabbed the mic, and called out Logan Paul in front of millions, handing Logan the perfect opportunity to rewrite his narrative with a single moment.
You said before this fight you had something planned. Is there anything you want to say to someone out there?
Wow. Obviously, man's got this belt right now. If any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it.
Logan leaned fully into his villain status and seized the moment, accepting KSI's challenge without hesitation. A move that instantly shifted the world's attention away from his scandals and toward one of the most hyped, heavily watched events YouTube had ever seen.
Yes, this is it. It looks like I am fighting KSI.
After accepting KSI's challenge, the two giants collided not once but twice. Their first fight ended in a wildly controversial draw, and the rematch went to KS by a razor-thin margin. But the real story wasn't who won, it was the scale. Both events packed arenas to the ceiling, pulled in millions of viewers worldwide, and turned every punch into global news. And by the end of their second showdown, after months of trash talk, chaos, and pressure, the two had built something so massive together that staying enemies almost didn't make sense anymore.
Boxing is a gentleman's sport. A lot of scores have been settled in a ring just like this one. Logan Paul here to my left. Has this score been settled now? Do you guys at least respect each other as men, as warriors?
Great fight, fellas.
All right. All right. Yeah! 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 It takes a big man to get in the ring, and you're a big man, and you made me work. You made me work today, and you made me work last year as well. And hey, yo, thank you for a good fight, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for a good fight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the world of celebrity boxing, winning or losing barely mattered. The only real currency was how many people would pay to watch you step into the ring again. And Logan's rivalry with KSI didn't just revive his career, it supercharged it, launching him into a level of mainstream fame he'd never touched before. The hype grew so massive that by 2021, Logan Paul, a YouTuber who had once been written off as a joke, found himself standing across from one of the greatest boxers in history, Floyd Mayweather.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime! The main event of the evening, Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul. 8 rounds of boxing in an exhibition brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, FanMio, Mav Athletics, and Showtime Pay-Per-View.
Logan Paul went 8 full rounds with Floyd Mayweather, a feat that proved he wasn't just loud, reckless, or controversial, but genuinely tough and unafraid to face anyone. More importantly, that fight finally redirected the world's attention toward what he was becoming, not what he had done. And even though I never liked the Paul brothers, I had to admit it. Logan earned my respect. Any man who trains that hard, improves that fast, and performs at that level in such a short time deserves recognition. Before long, the public started seeing him simply as the YouTube boxing guy, not the scandal magnet. Then in 2022, he took a turn no one expected, teaming up with his former rival KSI to launch Prime, a sports drink that instantly sold out everywhere, transforming a bitter feud into one of the most successful creator partnerships the internet had ever seen.
We made a better for you drink that tastes better.
Yeah.
So why would we not overtake Gatorade eventually? There needs to be like a I don't know what it's like, a consumer and like cultural shift regarding hydration beverages that like we have to lead.
Think about everything in the world. Everything's advanced with time. This is a dinosaur, bro.
We should be clearing the shelves of everything except for this line right here. Look. Guys, we have an announcement. We have a project we want to tell you about.
We have created our own drink company. Yes!
Prime didn't just make headlines for the story behind it. It shattered sales records and exploded into a billion-dollar brand by 2022, cementing Logan and KSI as creators who had cracked the code of modern marketing. Around the same time, Logan signed a multi-year WWE contract, introducing himself to an entirely new fan base that had no idea about the controversies he'd once drowned in. And with every new accomplishment, every stunt, partnership, and show-stopping moment, he pushed his scandals further into the shadows, building a towering empire on top of the mistakes that nearly destroyed him. He didn't erase his past, he simply outgrew it, one headline at a time. And during this meteoric rise, Logan quietly began work on a new project, one he believed would become the biggest achievement of his entire career.
The thing that I'm most excited for, and this is the first time I've ever said anything about this, for the last 6 months, I've been working on my own NFT project that I believe is going to change the game, because as of now, there's a model that a lot of people in the crypto space have identified. CryptoPunks, there's 10,000. Pudgy apes, or bored apes, 10,000. Pudgy penguins, I think there's like 8,888. There's a set number, and it's all just the same thing, just rewrapped into different skins, and you hope there's enough hype and a community around to build value in your project, right? I think there needs to be a fresh take, and this project that I have is that fresh take. September 1st, CryptoZoo.co. I'm going to tease it. That's all I'm going to say about it now.
Logan's next grand idea was CryptoZoo, a flashy new crypto game he promised would make him rich, and more importantly, make his fans rich right alongside him.
CryptoZoo is a blockchain project that I created about a year and a half ago. So you buy these eggs on the blockchain, and you can hatch them into what are called base animals. And then you can breed your base animals with each other to create fun-looking viral hybrid offspring that have a rarity scale. When you hatch a rare animal and you breed it with another rare animal, and it yields a rare hybrid animal, that animal then yields and collects a token the longer you hold it. Then when you release it into the wild, you accrue your yield.
It's a game.
It's a game. It's a really fun game that makes you money.
So, because what I'm hearing is someone who loved NFTs and loved the game of Pokemon has come up with a game. You know what I'm saying?
In 2021, Logan unleashed massive hype around his NFT project, CryptoZoo, pitching it as a fun, easy way for fans to make money, which triggered millions of dollars to flood in from followers who trusted him. But after the initial frenzy, everything went silent. There was no game, no updates, nothing. just a Discord server overflowing with furious investors demanding answers while Logan completely ghosted the project. Behind the scenes, evidence later showed that he and members of his team made stealth trades, secretly buying their own token before launch and dumping it for fast profits as the price skyrocketed. And because Logan barely acknowledged CryptoZoo at all before it collapsed, most of his audience didn't even realize it existed. For months, he acted like the entire disaster had never happened, posting only 2 messages in the Discord, before quietly abandoning the wreckage and moving on to yet another project, leaving thousands of supporters holding the...
There's 2 more projects that I have that are going to be announced probably in the next month that, again, I'm fully diving into and working on behind the scenes. Just no one knows about it yet. And the one of them will be the biggest thing I ever do. It's like my life and soul is put into this project.
Once again, Logan vanished without a word, leaving CryptoZoo investors clinging to false hope, believing he was secretly building hype for a project he had already abandoned, pretended to care about, and never intended to finish.
I'm like, holy cow, it makes so much sense. He's talking about CryptoZoo. Ben and the dudes are like putting smiley faces and egging the rest of the community. Like, this is it, guys. You know, this is what we've been working towards. I mean, this is it. This it's finally happening. Logan's going to market the project. And they kept saying that. Logan's going to market the project and it's going to change everything.
When this clip hit the internet, whatever tiny shred of hope the investors had left evaporated instantly. It was the moment everyone realized the dream was dead, the project was a lie, and Logan Paul had abandoned them for good.
I'll tell you about this project when we get closer to launch. Yeah. This project is going to be...
Is that the thing with the egg? The zoo?
No.
Okay,
this one's
This one's going to be, this will be crazy. We've ever done.
Once again, Logan vanished when things got ugly. He never spoke to CryptoZoo investors, never offered updates, never showed the slightest sign he cared, leaving thousands of people clinging to the false hope that he was still quietly building hype for a project he had already abandoned in his mind.
So I acquired a bunch of eggs, and I actually want to play the game. I didn't acquire the eggs with the intent of keeping them. I actually wanted to hatch them and see what I got out of them and play in this ecosystem that's been advertised or whatever, right? And then I can't do anything. It's not showing up on the website when I connect my wallet, etc., etc. So I'm a little baffled. I'm like, I must be doing something wrong. So I open up a support ticket. I open up a support ticket with CryptoZoo, and Ben Roth is actually the person answering my support ticket. Oh yeah, no, it's down for the moment, but we're working on it. Let me tell you, it's never been up.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture. There's nothing I could do with it.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
CoffeeZilla exposed how Logan's entire team deceived their own fans, stringing them along with empty promises and calculated lies long after the project had already collapsed behind the scenes.
Meanwhile, his community manager, Ben Roth, was actively claiming that Logan was going to be marketing CryptoZoo any day now. He told people things like, Logan is an uncontrollable marketing guru. It's over when we launch. And when we have a product to market, it'll get marketed. And marketing will crush. I promise you. And this disconnect between Logan abandoning the project and his team on CryptoZoo saying that it was going to be any day now, left investors feeling like they were being led on.
Logan's next big idea was CryptoZoo, a flashy crypto coin game he claimed would make both him and his fans rich, a project he hyped as the future of online gaming and passive income.
So obviously the plan is we buy first, then we give it to our close friends and family, and then maybe the public eventually, right? And even the day before, Crypto King reminds everyone, quote, Zoo Day is tomorrow. I highly recommend everyone get a few $100 to a few $1,000 in Zoo when it goes live. It will likely 10 to 1,000x. So that was their plan. Rather than doing a pre-sale, they were going to do this stealth launch and hopefully get tokens cheaply the same way, but without all the legal troubles. Or at least that was the plan. Because on stealth launch day, this is where things first started to go wrong for the team. At first, everything seemed to go normal. The team sat in a circle and literally bought it out as planned. But the next day, Crypto King says something odd. Quote, a bot is playing with our token. Kind of cool to watch them work. But he doesn't mention who this bot is. And he also says the asshole finished selling, but doesn't mention who that is. Now, Jeff, Logan's manager, replies upset. He says, how do we prevent someone doing what they just did again? We went from a $130 million to $26 million market cap in 2 hours. It's not cool to watch. Logan jumps in. Yeah, wait, how did that happen? And he also says, what asshole? How did anyone get this token except for us and none of us sold? And I think actually this is incredibly suspicious because the implication of what Logan's saying is, hey, we tried to scheme this really well. We tried to all buy this without letting anyone know. How did anyone else figure out we were buying it, right? And this is where a fight ensues. That's going to become really interesting. Crypto King deflects the question by saying, my buyer pushed it back up to $40 million. And Logan says, no, bro, F your buyer. Explain to me what just happened and how there were 30 token holders. And Jake tries to explain that this was just traders and bots happening to find the token. But Logan says only 5 of us knew about it. Jake says, well, many people chase volume and new tokens. And to some extent, he's kind of right. But Logan replies, cap. He doesn't believe it.
Logan claimed his business partner, Jake, the Crypto King, had tried to steal money from him before he could scam his own fans. An excuse so backwards, it only exposed how messy the entire operation really was. This, according to Logan, was why he vanished and went silent about CryptoZoo for months. But when CoffeeZilla's documentary dropped and the truth was out, Logan did what he always does. He tried to talk his way out of disaster. In a now-deleted video, he lashed out, calling CoffeeZilla a clout chaser and a criminal, desperately trying to flip the blame as if attacking the messenger could undo the mountain of evidence stacked against.
CoffeeZilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions. Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance.
While completely dodging the real evidence and ignoring the dozens of furious investors demanding answers, Logan laser-focused on tiny technicalities and irrelevant side characters, desperately trying to discredit CoffeeZilla by nitpicking minor details in the investigation. He claimed the word scam was unfair, pretended the leaked screenshots didn't matter, and insisted the blame belongs solely to the con men and criminals he himself hired to build CryptoZoo. In his version of the story, Logan wasn't the mastermind behind a failed NFT empire. He was just another clueless victim who had been blindsided, insisting he lost money just like everyone else, even as the rail receipts and investor testimonies told a very different story.
CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly, it sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience.
For reasons no one could understand, Logan uploaded his response video on January 3rd, 2023, only to panic delete it 4 days later. And during that brief, chaotic window, he took to his Impaulsive podcast to vent like a cartoon villain whose master plan had just been exposed, whining about how annoying CoffeeZilla was while completely ignoring the mountain of receipts and victims piling up against him. Instead of addressing the evidence, Logan acted as if the real crime was someone daring to uncover the truth, a pathetic attempt to shift the spotlight off his own actions and onto the man holding him accountable.
I just block him on Twitter.
It's like a little gnat. It's like a little fucking annoying gnat. It bothers me. He won. He got to me, bro. He's the most formidable opponent I've had. I'm not kidding. The guy's good. He's very smart. He's very smart. He manipulates and twists the truth just the way he wants to get his people to believe a certain thing. He's good.
And that's how Logan Paul spiraled from a YouTube golden boy into one of the platform's most polarizing figures, bouncing between scandals, half-hearted rebrands, impossible comebacks, shady crypto schemes, and a boxing career that kept him relevant even when his mistakes should have buried him. His entire journey has been a roller coaster of viral highs and catastrophic lows. But through every controversy, every apology, and every reinvention, one thing never changed. Logan always found a way back into the spotlight, no matter the cost. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And drop a comment below, because I read every single one of